A very important part of any community is the emergency services department, you know, police, fire, EMS, and that's where I am right now. I want to talk a little bit about the emergency medical services, and I'm here with Jay Myers. He is the supervisor of EMS here in Millsboro, and we are actually in front of one of your ambulances. And for those who are fortunate enough not to ever have to be in one of these, tell us what we have here, what you work with on a daily basis.
So basically what we're looking at here is the inside of our ambulance is pretty much basic for all of the companies. This unit is specifically set up to take care of minor medical emergencies. We do bandaging, we do cardiac arrest, medical patients. We are able to carry some medications to administer to our patients and so forth. Probably the biggest thing about it is that it's safe transportation for our patients.
Okay, so tell me about when one of your ambulances might be called out. Is it when we call 911?
So basically, in order to get an ambulance, it is necessary for you to call 911. 911 will ask you a slew of questions, such as, are there pets? Can you put your pets up? Get your medications together, where the patient may be located. Once we get that information, we are dispatched up front. You'll see a computer. We work on a CAD system. If you have a hide key, or if you have some certain way to get into your house if you can't get to the door, that secure information comes to us through the CAD system.
Now, you have been working with EMS or with emergency services in one form or another for a very long time.
Very long time.
I'm sure things have changed over the years.
Very much so.
Yeah.
So some of the biggest changes is basically call volume, the things that we are seeing nowadays as opposed to when I started back in '79. When I started back in '79, we had Cadillac ambulances. We didn't have power lift stretchers. When we first started, my first EMT class was 27 hours long, and I was allowed to ride in the back of the ambulance.
Really?
And now it is in excess of 150. Our skill set has increased immensely since then.
Sure. So tell me about the Millsboro EMS. I mean, how did this all get started?
So prior to back in the 60s, some of the viewers will know, doctors used to come to your house. He would assess you. If he thought you needed an ambulance, he called the local undertaker, because that was the only vehicle that was suitable to transport someone who could not sit up. So basically you went to the hospital in a hearse.
Wow.
So along about 1962, 63, the Veterans Foreign Wars, VFW, decided that we needed a little better system. So they started the VFW ambulance, Station 94. They served the town for 35 years, and somewhere around 1997, they determined that with all the changes and all the things that were taking place, they could no longer keep up with the volume. They turned the ambulances over to the town, and the town immediately turned it over to the fire department under Chief Larry Gunn. So the volunteers ran it for another 2 years. In 1999, we hired our first 2 employees full-time. Amazingly, they are both still here. So we started off with 2 ambulances. We currently have 4 ambulances. And basically, we're looking to get another one in the fall.
A lot of growth in the town of Millsboro.
A lot of growth.
And fortunately, you guys are growing with it, and I know the
We're
town.
attempting to.
I know the town is grateful for all you do for Millsboro, the entire EMS crew here. Thank you so much,
You're
Jay.
so very welcome.
Very interesting.
Thank you for
and
coming.
Hopefully, you don't have to meet Jay on a call. You can just meet him walking downtown.
Right. If you want to see me, just call. We'll have lunch.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds like a plan.